You guys ready?
You ready to hear it? All right.
Awesome.
We've got Coach Amari Young and Bree Jackson.
Okay, so tonight was a big win for us. North Texas is a good team in our conference, and for us to come out on our home court and protect our house, Under Armour brand, protect this house, I thought it was a great effort on our end. We reshaped some things offensively. I want us to still be a three-point shooting team, but I want the ball to get inside first. And now when our bigs are able to make decisions on whether or not guards get to shoot, I think that can kind of redirect our focus in a positive way and allow for us to not have to play from behind today. I have to give a shout out to our defense once again because it was very solid, especially in the moments where we needed it the most. Yeah, we were in foul trouble, but when you are as aggressive as we are as a team, you're going to have to live with those moments depending upon which reffing crew is there. But overall, I'm very pleased, and I'm sure they have earned a day off, from from the tough week that they have had and the win streak that they have been on. So, great job.
You had some people step up today. You had your two leading scorers on the bench a lot. And Iggy was not hitting early on. Talk about the contributions you got from some of your starters and then from the bench, too. You had some significant minutes off the bench.
Most definitely. We can always rely on Asia Hudson. And then we brought in a new face, which was Amaya Moreland. She came in and she played the center position for us to relieve Brianna when she needed a break. I think that at this point in the season, with everything that we have been through, everyone is ready, whether they have played a lot of minutes or not, because they've been able to sit, watch, and view, listen, and mentally they are prepared. Physically, it's just a matter of them getting out there, getting in the rhythm of the game, and understanding how they can have an impact. But I'm pleased to see that now our rotations can become even deeper, especially if we come into a situation where we're in foul trouble. So great job by them, and also Kaylin Nelson, one of our other freshmen that came in and played solid minutes for us at the 4.
Am I wrong in thinking that may have been the best team you've played here this year? They were.
Yeah, I think you're accurate.
Yeah.
I think you're accurate. From top to bottom, position to position, I think that they have a great group and they have depth. But I feel like when teams face us, they're facing a very defensive savvy and sound and tenacious team. So we can make anybody look bad on any given night. From our defensive efforts, but North Texas is a good team. They will be at the top of the league when it's all said and done, and they will upset a lot of people or beat a lot of people. So we cannot take someone like them for lightly. We will see them later on, probably when it's for all the marbles, and we're going to have to beat them again.
For both of the players, could you talk a little bit about? You played a lot of games in a short amount of time, sort of how you handle that, especially since a number of players hadn't had a whole lot of practice before that.
Yeah. I'd say, so we played like 5 games in the past week. Definitely physically taxing, but it's more so Coach was stressing about mentally. So coming into the game, we had to more so work our minds, shoot around. She didn't get us moving a lot, but we were going over things, going over defensive sets just so we can know what we have to do mentally. So I'd say a lot of it did have to do with the physical aspect, but more so the mental aspect.
Coach always tells us our mind is our strongest muscle, so as long as our mind is intact and focused, then our body will do what our mind wants.
Yeah. And then for me, I'm always trying to find creative ways of still getting in what we need to get in, but save them as much as I can from taxation physically. We make sure we get the massages, we do the cold tubs and the hot tubs and the Normatec pants, any and everything that I feel they need. Even me buying meals so they don't have to be on their feet cooking or in the grocery store shopping. Whatever I can do to help, I'm willing to do it. And it's going to take a team effort from all of us. Me playing my role, them playing their role, and making sure they're hydrating and eating properly. And that's how they were able to sustain themselves through this tough week.
So what did you say to get the tech? A rhetorical question.
Everything under the sun. Everything under the sun. But I think he was a young official. He doesn't know me. He doesn't know I'm quick-witted and I can be feisty. The other officials, they're veterans and they understand me and they'll give me my space. to say what I need to say. But I was deserving of it because I was looking for it. I was definitely searching for it, and I know that I have to be better in those instances, but I felt like it was a moment where I needed to step in, do something to reshape the momentum, because I didn't like the way that the game was going for either team. Because these women are strong and they play strong, and I don't want the officials to feel like they have to call like the players don't lift weights and they can't take physicality. I want them to ref the game the same way that they would if it was the men's game. So that's why I stepped up.
And it puts you at a disadvantage because you have such a strong and aggressive defensive team.
Correct. And it's like, what do we do at that point? Now you want us to just lay back and allow them to have a complete freedom of movement without any level of physicality? That's not how this game is played.
Can all three of you talk about, you've got a big series with Charlotte next week.
I'm excited to play Charlotte. Last season we put them out the tournament, and then we played them at home the other time, and we were playing them 4-on-5. It's always a good game to go against Charlotte. They're a really good team, a lot of competition, so it should be a good matchup.
This is my first run-in with Charlotte, but I know Coach will have me ready.
No doubt. That's a game we always look forward to. It has become a rivalry between the two, and I love the competition level. They have a great coaching staff. We have a great coaching staff. They have Power 5 players. We have Power 5 players. They have a great team. We have a great team. Now let's put them on. Let's put it on the court and let's see what can take place. And it's a compliment to our league. We have a good, strong league, and coaches do a great job of recruiting and reinforcing their teams. And I look forward to the matchup next week, especially after we've had a day or so of rest, and now we can really prepare for them and not have circumstances that aren't favorable before we play someone like them. You need time to prep for Charlotte because they're just that good.
Will you be back to full strength next week, all your players back?
Yes, we will be. Did you have a question, sir?
Yeah. Hey, Coach.
Hey.
Hey, first of all, congratulations on the Hall of Fame nomination. It's great news.
Thank you.
I wondered if offensively you guys had some stretches where you struggled a little bit today, but offensive rebounding and rebounding in general were really strong. Did you kind of feel like that was the difference in the game today?
Most definitely. We had 24 offensive rebounds, 50 rebounds total for the night. I tell my players all the time that, yes, we may miss shots, but I'm not worried because we have another skill set as a team, and that's our ability to crash the glass and gang rebound as a unit. And that came in big for us today, for us to get second chance opportunities, get them in foul trouble, get to the free throw line, and just change the rhythm of the game for us.
Yeah, could both players talk about that, sort of what they did on the boards today and sort of how they were able to, 50 rebounds is an insane total, especially 26 or 24 offensively. Sort of what was the difference for you all in the paint today, do you think?
Coach has been stressing all week about getting the ball in the paint. So whenever the guards did get it into the paint, we were really just trying to capitalize, on it, and then also getting a lot of second chance points because of missed shots and offensive rebounds. So that gave us more opportunities to score in the paint.
And the more we practice and play together, the more we learn each other. I know how my guards shoot, so I know where their shots will go when they're off, and it's just being in the right place at the right time.
And it's a matter of this. We aren't shooting as well as we would like to and as well as we're accustomed to shooting. So there's a lot of rebounds to get. So why not go get them? I would rather us have them than the other team.
Yeah. I wonder if you could talk about sort of the craziness of really these last two seasons. I mean, you guys there have been some starts and stops. Now today you had some weather weirdness, but this team has won, 10 of 11 or 11 of 12. I mean, what is it about this team that sort of makes it so resilient, do you think?
Well, last year we had the pandemic and the pandemic alone to deal with. This year we have remnants of the pandemic, but also weather and just other circumstances. So I feel like this year is a little harder than last year. The coach from North Texas and I, we were speaking before the game, and we spoke on that subject matter. But I feel the thing that makes the resiliency of our team stand out is I have to compliment the leadership. We've been there and we've done that, so we understand how they feel. Now the player coach in us can come out and we can talk them through and prepare them mentally for what's to come, so that now the physicality, the grueling physicality of it all doesn't take away from the moment. They can still be locked in and understand that they can supersede anything that they're feeling that's subliminal. I mean, not subliminal, subpar. Now they can supersede that and elevate their minds and be able to get through anything.
All right. Thank you all very much. Thanks.
You're welcome.
You know, both players, your coach has been nominated for the Hall of Fame. How do y'all feel about that?
Well, it's an honor to play for one of the greatest players in women's basketball. I mean, she's well deserving of it, so I hope she gets it.
Well, thank you,
And
Mara.
that
You.
Taught by one of the best post players that there is. Like, she's teaching me so much being here, so it's just an honor to be under her.
No 17 for you, too.
How about you, Felicia?
Man, I'm tickled pink about it, and it really makes me feel so good because I was a two-way player, and sometimes two-way players can get overlooked. I felt like I was an unsung MVP on my teams that I played for. When you have Tina Thompson, Lisa Leslie, Candace Parker, to the left and the right and in front of you, how do you find your way? And I felt like I did my best to play my hardest and be whatever I needed to be for the team. And in those moments, you get overlooked for a lot of things. I should have been on more all-star teams. I should have been Defensive Player of the Year. But when I'm guarding the best player, but Lisa's getting the blocks or Candace is getting the steals, they're going to be the ones to get the limelight. So being honored in this fashion, it just makes me feel so good to know that my body of work has been recognized. And I just hope and pray to God that it's not a moment where I get overlooked again. But I'm in the conversation of being one of the best to do it, and it matches how I've always felt about myself. So this is a great moment, and I'm so happy for me and for everyone that has supported me throughout my entire career, because we did this together.
And if you don't make it this year, you'll remain in the conversation.
Oh,
Correct.
I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. But I'm very humbled, and I'm honored, and I'm proud.
Anything else?
Thank you.
All right.
Thank
Thank
you.
you guys.